Hey, it is 33 past the hour. That means it's 27 before the top of the hour, right? See how quickly I do that math? Man, that's Iowa knowledge right there. But yes, that's Iowa education. Anyway, it's cold, man. It's downright bitter. -7 degrees right here in Fort Dodge. You ready to make it colder? Let's bring in a guy who looks like a corpse every single day of the week and every single day of the year. Look at him. How you doing, Duck Waddle? What's going on, man?
Good.
What's going on? What's with the hat? Let me see the hat. This is a different one. I haven't seen this one.
This is the Landette cattle hat.
Nice.
It's a company in Ohio where I buy my beef. It's not Iowa beef, but it's Ohio beef.
Well, I'm gonna give credit to Ohio. If there's another state that is close to as good as Iowa beef, it's Ohio, because you guys in Ohio kind of feed your cattle the same way we do here in Iowa.
Yeah, it looks like it's crooked though. Is it crooked?
Well, you know what? You need to tip it crooked. It's kind of got that 40s and 50s look going to it.
How about that?
That's the way my dad used to wear his ball caps.
Yeah.
Because my dad was born in 25, see, so he went through the Depression and the 40s. He was in World War II. He's a veteran of World War II. It was, and he would wear his. Back then, they wore their hats tipped to the side.
Really?
So, yeah. So when he had a ball cap on, he wore it tipped to the side.
Wow, that's great stuff right there.
He was cool, man. He was styling and profiling. That's what it was back then. That's how you got the chicks. That's how he got my mom. See.
That's why you're here, all because
that's why I'm here. If he wouldn't have tipped his hat, I wouldn't be here. That's just the way it works.
I take my hat off if that's the case.
Yeah, you might want to do that, because that's the last thing you need to do is corrupt anybody else's life, without a doubt. So
freezing cold up there. I saw it's 8.
Yeah, we're at -7 right now, so we're on the climb. But dude, we have been under a wind chill advisory yesterday, last night, through the overnight, right now, today, tonight, through the overnight tonight, through tomorrow, at least 9 o'clock tomorrow. We've been looking at wind chill factors of -25 the last couple of days. Yeah, and here at Iowa, we're used to that, because we've had -50 before wind chill, but we just don't like it, man. We don't mind the winter. We know we're going to get winter. We know we're going to get a lot of snow. But we don't like the Arctic wind chills like that, So especially when there's no snow on the ground.
There's no snow up there?
No, we don't have any snow here, at least not in our area of Iowa. We don't. I'm drinking some hot cocoa today out of my Yeti there, by the way. Let's see if we can get that in the little picture there. There you go. See, Yeti.
No coffee is complete without your
Jack coffee, man. Jack coffee.
Yeah, Jack coffee.
That's the good stuff.
It's snowing here today.
Are you serious?
Yeah, hold on. Let me I'll just do this real quick.
Yeah, man. Show us out the window there.
See how do I spin this around? Let me see. I don't know if I can. There.
Turn in your chair.
Well, there's no windows in my studio, so you don't know whether. What? Check it out.
Look at that.
Look at that. You ever seen snow on a palm tree?
Dude,
no.
You got the entire ground white. Your deck is white. We don't have that here.
Yeah. And that you see that trailer over there?
Yeah, clear down there. Yeah.
That's got the ATV in it, a generator, and a bunch of ice melt in case stuff gets in. It's like, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but we're going to be ready for all of it.
Okay, just so in case people don't know, you were originally from Ohio, so you're used to some winter, right?
Oh yeah.
So you learned to what? Drive in snow?
Yeah, I think everybody should learn how to drive in the snow. No one down here knows how to drive in the snow. Now, I mean, they literally start crashing into each other.
Well, that's because you don't get it. And so what they like close schools and everything when you guys get like an eighth of an inch, right?
Oh yeah, all the schools are closed. Every school closed yesterday.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. That you go to the Home Depot and they were literally selling ice melt by the pallets. It was like 4 minutes. They were telling me 4 minutes to get through a pallet of ice melt. It's hilarious.
What you just showed us. If we had that up here, we'd be laughing at it.
Oh yeah,
that's nothing.
Yeah, one of my Canadian buddies said, "Well, it's we said it was it's 30 here and the chance of 2 inches." And they're like, yeah, it's -50 here, and we've got 3 feet. I'm like, well, I don't live in Canada. I love Canada, but my gosh.
So do you go fishing up in Canada? Is that one of your hot spots? You go hunting up there?
I've been fishing up there. I caught a goose.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you run it? I can't see you running after a goose.
No, we're sitting in the boat and we weren't catching anything. So this goose came cruising by and I'm like, I bet. And I hooked him and he started pulling the boat around. It was pretty disastrous. But yeah. I don't know if you ever hooked into a Canadian goose in Canada, but it's definitely something.
Goose powered boat going on, man. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like, you've heard of horsepower, but goose power is way stronger. It took us right across the lake. It was great. He didn't want to see us and we didn't really want to see him, but it was pretty nasty. We had to cut the line. It was great.
Now, Canadian geese are pretty good size, aren't they?
Yeah. Big old honker there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That would have been cool to see, man. You should have videoed that.
I mean, I should have a video on me all the time.
Well,
some of the time.
Some of the time. Selective times.
Selective videoing times.
That's good. Nice and hot. Nice and hot. My windows here in the studio, what little tiny windows I've got, you've been in my K97 studio. You know, I call them envelope-sized windows because that's about how big they are. Or I'll call them portholes, even though they're not round. They're rectangular, but they're not very big, right? But they leak air, something fierce. So the last 2 days, and I don't get cold very easily, but the last 2 days, man, I have just been like the snow miser from Year Without a Santa Claus because it's just been so doggone cold in the studio. But
well, is one of those Joe Denim beanies. That'll do it.
I got one. I should have wore it. Doggone it, I should have wore it, and I didn't even think about that.
Thinking about that too. You could even string them up across there and make kind of like a clothesline of insulation of Joe Denim beanies over that window.
I should do that. I'd have to get more from you.
Yeah, or you cut them in half. You cut them in half and just make two out of one.
Yeah, now see, you can tell you're an outdoorsy Canadian goose kind of a guy because
counter.
Because you know how to make things like that work, man. That's pretty cool. See, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I bought when you were here on the 17th. I bought a couple for one of my daughters and her fiance. And of course, you were gracious enough to give me one, and so I've got one of myself. But I didn't think about that. I put on one of the Joe Denim ball caps that you gave me, but the problem with those is they got a mesh back, so the air just blew right through.
Yeah. It's like this. If you're really hot and chasing geese, you can kind of cool off.
Because those geese, man, they make you hot when you chase them. You tend to sweat a little bit.
You'll start breaking a sweat if you're getting goosed,
Yeah, I know. I was at camp once. I know how that works. I know exactly how that works. Anyway, man, you and I haven't really had a chance to talk over the holidays. I was off on my little, 10-day holiday break like I take every year. And I apologize to you on the air. I forgot to even let you know I was going to be off. And I'm sure you were just highly anticipating being on last week. I should have had you on with Hank, who was filling in for me because he was on the week before.
Yeah, I remember Hank. I sat by the phone, waited, nothing happened. So after about a couple hours, about 1:30, 2 o'clock, I went back to the Waffle House, got something to eat. I thought, well, I hope he's okay.
At about 1:30, 2 o'clock, you're like, I hope he's okay. It's only 5 hours behind when we should have been on.
I gave it about 5 or 6 hours and thought, well, I hope he's all right. And then
that's nice of you. I'm glad I was remembered. Because let me just throw a one up you on you. And I know you're used to those. So
yeah,
about a year and a half ago, close to 2 years ago now, I was doing my normal, jump in my car and drive over here to the studios because I live 20 miles away. Mm-hmm. And it's 4:15 in the morning, and I hear on our national news talk about a tornado that hit Nashville. And what's the first thing I do at 4:15? 4:15, I didn't wait 16 hours. 4:15, I text you, are you okay? I just heard about the tornado. I get a response back in about 5 hours. That's
gotta get time. I wasn't sure if I was okay. I didn't know if there was another one coming through. Like the first one, but maybe that second one would have got me.
See, but no, my point being, the minute I heard about the tornado in Nashville, which, by the way, in case people don't know, went about a quarter mile north of your home, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was right there. You were like right on the cusp.
Yeah.
But no, what do? I immediately message you. And just to make sure you're okay. You don't hear from me and you go, oh, I'm going to go to the Waffle House. And then about 19 hours later, I better check to make sure he's at least okay.
Nothing like a grand slam breakfast to just let things, like I didn't want to make the call on an empty stomach. What if something happened? I'd be like, oh, I have to go back to Waffle House and get some.
Absolutely, man. You gotta have the full stomach to find out if I'm okay or not, right?
Heard some bad news. I probably wouldn't have an appetite,
Here's the thing, man. I could have been like laying on the living room floor of my home with like where a badger may have attacked me, may have broken into my house, or because we have a lot of badgers in Iowa, right?
You got a life alert, right? I figured you just hit that little life alert button.
Yeah, but I didn't realize you could wear it around your neck. I was wearing it in other areas.
Oh.
I couldn't reach it, so I
keep getting mine in the shower if I just stepping on it, because it's hanging on that. Anyway.
I know. That's what I mean. I keep bumping the button. They keep, Mr. Hilton, are you okay?
It keeps showing up in the shower. Like, what happened? Like, I don't know. I think I stepped on the button.
Finally had one of the ladies say, you might want to put that in a different spot. Okay. Just so you know, we're tired of answering these 18 calls a day.
Wrist. Life alert. That's what we need to get. We need to get life alert. See what happens.
I am not knocking life alert in the slightest. I think it's a fantastic thing. As a matter of fact, my mother, God rest her soul, before she passed away, she wore a life alert. But here's the thing: if you're gonna advertise something like that, because believe me, during my break, I tend to watch a lot of TV, just to kind of recharge the batteries, and I see, of course, a lot of commercials for Social Security and your all that kind of stuff, your retirement funds. What's that?
Larry Gatlin records, Porter Wagon records.
Right. I even saw an advertisement for little Jimmy Dickens hats. It's like, okay.
Who knew?
They were just little beanies, but it was still, Anyway, so I saw about 12.5 life alert commercials. You're going to make money on this. You can at least hire some people who know how to act. Okay.
I think the theory is everybody looks at that commercial and goes, that could be Aunt Edna. That happened to, Gertrude or, Carol,
Right. My Aunt Edna, who could act better than the people, they just got people on there. If it wasn't for life alert, I wouldn't be here today. And it's, come on. There's a lot of great acting senior citizens out there. You can at least hire one.
Speaking of great actors, are you watching 1883 or Yellowstone?
I'm going to probably have a lot of people go, are you out of your mind when I say this? But I was committed over my break to starting to watch Yellowstone because I was probably one of the last people on the entire galaxy that hadn't watched it yet. And I started watching it, and I got to be honest with you, dude. Other than certain scenes, I'm having a tough time getting into it.
Okay, fair enough. What about 1883? Have you watched that yet?
No, that's with Tim McGraw, right? Tim and Faith.
Yeah, he's kind of a weirdo in that thing.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I don't know. I'm a little.
It's hard to hear a guy singing "Stain on Your Barbecue" T-shirt try to be a ruffian, But wait a second, Tim, weren't you in the back of a red rag top a couple years ago? That should be the topic of today's conversations for the people that are snowed in, the shut-ins, if you will, sitting at home watching or listening. We want to know what you think about Yellowstone or 1883. Should we or should we not watch it?
And I'm going to keep trying Yellowstone. I really am, because I like Kevin Costner. I think he's a great actor.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, there are certain scenes that are pretty cool that I want to see more of. So, I'm going to keep trying. But 1883, okay, I didn't want to start 1883 until I got into Yellowstone, so I could get my mindset on Yellowstone, right? So give us your rating. I know Tim and Faith. You're not going to offend them, but give us your rating of 1883.
1883. Well, first of all, I don't see how they go hand in hand yet. I picked up on Yellowstone, and I kind of like Yellowstone because they've got, Duramax diesels and Dodge Rams and Chevy trucks. And I grew up on a farm roping and riding horses and chasing cows and all that stuff and using a cattle prod for things that I probably shouldn't have. You ever been shot by a cattle prod, by the way?
Not on purpose, no.
Tell you what. Anyway, it's like that way of life is kind of really getting a lot of attention right now, right? And a lot of people are like, this isn't real. It's like, no, that's real. You'd load up a horse trailer and drive 8 hours with a horse to sell it for its for being a stud, Anyway, they get down and dirty on the Montana lifestyle. It's great, right? 1883 is just kind of like, I don't know. It's just I don't have my head around it completely yet, and I can't get my head around Tim McGraw yet. Faith Hill, I mean, she had to do something because she was looking like she was 160, and if the part looked, fits her good. So, sometimes there's some scenes from Tim McGraw being up on top of Faith Hill, and Faith Hill is actually a yeah. So there's that. So I would say 1883, yeah, might be time to check it out.
The new Mount Rushmore is on top of Faith Hill. So
yeah, so you should check. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think there's a couple hills in there, definitely some small mountains, and I think that Tim gets up on top of Faith Hill. 883, I think.
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad after all these years.
That's what I take away from 1883. So I'd like to seriously hear the callers this week be like, hey, maybe I'm wrong, but I think there's a hill in there called Faith Hill.
I hope there is. And I'm glad that after all these years, Tim McGraw finally was able to get on top of Faith Hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for him. That's
yeah. Because he's an Indian outlaw,
He is. He's half Cherokee and Choctaw,
Now he's shooting Indians and stuff in the movie 1883 from high atop Faith Hill.
Really, and in all credit to Tim, he's not a bad actor, man. He he was in Friday Night Lights, and he actually played a pretty good character in Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, he's actually a pretty good actor. It's just, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, not to switch gears on you, man. Of course, we were with Tim a few years back at Tree Town.
Yeah.
But not to switch gears on you. You know who I'm looking forward to in their new acting role? I don't know why. I'm not usually into dramas like this, and I think it's just because I know the guy. As do you. I'm looking forward to Trace Adkins' new TV series Monarch, which starts the end of this month. And the fact that he's doing that with Susan Sarandon, I'm not a big Susan Sarandon fan, but you can't deny the fact that she's an Oscar-winning actress. You throw Trace in there, and he's pretty bad donkey anyway, and it sounds like in this role as the king of country and kind of a corrupt king of country, he's gonna be pretty rugged.
I think it's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I think, I think he should be in 1883.
He could fit it. He's done some movies himself,
Well, he's so tall that he'd actually look down on Faith Hill,
He's a big dude, and this. I mean, just standing next to the guy talking to him, you're looking up like, okay, man, yeah. He's a big dude. And I mean, what is he, like 6'7", 6'8"? I can't remember.
Without the cowboy hat. Yeah, with the cowboy hat, I think he's 8 feet tall. And he used to play, he used to run around with a buddy of mine named Colt Prather, who's also about the same height. And their entertainment for the night, playing these bars across the nation, would be trying to find the biggest guy in the place and getting in a fight with him. Just for,
right.
I mean, bad dude. That Trace is a bad dude.
Period. Trace is a bad dude. There was a story, and this was a verified story, about 7 or 8 years ago when he kicked drinking for a while. He got pretty, let's be real, he got pretty rough with his drinking. And he was on a cruise ship. Did you hear this story?
My brother Jim was there and witnessed the whole thing. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Well, for anybody who doesn't know, he was on a cruise ship and he was in his, heavy drinking days. And one of the entertainers on the cruise ship was a Trace Adkins impersonator. And Trace went in and beat the living bejesus out of the guy.
That was all fueled because Eddie Montgomery and Troy were there. Eddie was making jokes about, he's like, well, I tell you, Trace is a bigger star than we are. He's got his own impersonator. And Trace was hammered and he's like, what now? And then this guy was he was signing autographs as Trace.
Oh, no.
And Trace walked in and saw this happening and just beat the crap out of him on the cruise ship. And Eddie Montgomery, who started the whole thing, actually had to pick up and cover all the Trace shows because it was at the beginning of the cruise. They kicked Trace off the cruise ship. So Montgomery Gentry had to cover all the shows that Trace was supposed to play.
I didn't know that. I would have said something to Eddie had I known that. I can't wait to see him again now. That's crazy.
Story, just a bunch of goofballs,
leave it to Montgomery to fuel it, because John Michael's the same way, man. He's a prankster. So leave it to Eddie to fuel that thing.
Yep. Just start anything they can, just instigators. But yeah, that's what happened. Old T-Race got kicked off the boat.
That's funny. Oh my God. I mean, it's not funny that he was heavy into the drinking world at that time, but it's funny.
I think it's hilarious. I mean, anytime there's a good crap show, I'm there to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, Tracy, I don't know if you ever saw the movie The Lincoln Lawyer with Matthew McConaughey.
I did not see that.
Okay, great movie. You really got to watch it. I mean, it really is a great movie. The Lincoln Lawyer.
The Lincoln Logs Lawyers.
Yep, write that down. The Lincoln Logs Lawyers. That's what it is. Yeah,
I'm Googling it right now.
The Lincoln Lawyers Logs. It's a focus on a stool. It's
it's a long shot. All right, here we go.
It's a great movie, but Trace has a kind of a couple of scenes in there where he plays kind of the head of this biker gang. And I mean, he fits the role perfect, you know, the deep voice and just he's a big bad donkey anyway. So,
yeah,
cool stuff. Check it out. Hey, man, we have got to get to some comments because we got a lot of people who have been waiting to chat with us. So let me throw on my readers and get some comments going.
I'm hoping about 1883.
Yeah, let's hope so, because I want to see what people think about that in Yellowstone. No, I had to throw on my readers because I'm old. Melody says, "Good morning." Well, good morning, Melody. How are you? Good to see you.
She's looking good.
I just starred that comment of hers, which is okay. Hey, good morning, Darren and Joe. Look at that. Stumpy knows to capitalize my name and not yours.
Speaking of Stumpy, he had on a Yellowstone vest when we saw him up there at the Fort Frenzy deal.
Yeah, but we called it a yellow pebble because it's Stumpy. You know, it's only
more of a beige pebble.
Yeah, it looked like a little M&M is what it looked like, but you know.
Not a peanut M&M, but like an actual real chocolate little baby peanut.
Yeah, just an empty M&M.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what, Stumpy, you were going to let me know if you were working last night because I was looking forward to a morning train with Darren burger. I was going to order one. He didn't let me know if he was cooking last night or not.
He told me that he's sold out of green olives. There's not any green olives to be found due to the fact that he's got the Joe Denim pizza up there at Stumpy's Bar and Grill. He said you can't find a green olive apparently in Iowa now.
No, man, he's baked so many of those. A lot of orders for Joe Denim pizza. A lot of orders for the morning train with Darren burger, but I was going to get one last night, but he never let me know if he's working. So Stumpy, let me know next time you're cooking.
The next time I come up there, I want to get a Darren burger beef on the Joe Denim pizza. I'm going to have him add on the beef.
With Yellowstone. Absolutely.
With Stoners. We'll be Yellowstoners.
Yellowstoners.
Yeah.
New group at Stumpy's Bar and Grill, the Yellowstoners. Hey, my daughter. Oh, and look that's my grandson right there. That's my little leprechaun.
Last year, we went to Nashville on our way to Florida during Great Ice Storm. I say we have no idea how to. Oh yeah, they have no idea. No idea.
That's right. I forgot they went to Florida last year and they did drive through Nashville. Yeah, and she was telling me about the ice storm and said that people in Tennessee were just insane when it came to driving.
It's great.
Well, that's what makes it fun, man. But look at that right there. That's my little leprechaun. His name's Lincoln. My little grandson. Love you, buddy. Love you. Let's go on to here. Adam! Hope you're keeping warm, Darren, man. Oh, look at that. -12 in the cities, Twin Cities.
Wow.
Dude, God bless you. We're at -7. You can have that extra -5. You can keep
It's
that.
30 degrees if you guys want to come over for a Speedo party here in Nashville and snow. So
yeah, but you got snow, man.
Yeah, but Adam should come. He should come for shooting.
What did we just say? Y'all don't know how to drive in snow down there, so we're not going to risk our lives just to get to there for 30 degrees.
True.
Once the snow's gone or people are driving, let us know. Barry says, good morning, and guys, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Barry. Good news on his wife as well. And thanks for the beverages. Barry's the one that gave us the beverages.
I remember that. Kind of.
Oh, my other Joe buddy, Joe Lincoln. Joe and I have been buddies since we were kids. Good morning, guys. Good morning to you, Joe. Joseph. Barry again says, hey, Joe, Darren owes you a drink because he failed to tell you he was on it. Yeah, I do. That was my fault. That was totally my fault. Drake. Oh, here he comes. John Rich's brother.
Yep.
Good morning, guys.
Nope. On 1883 or Faith Hill yet?
Nobody. Hey, Drake, Merry Christmas to you. I was with you, remember? Happy New Year. Yeah, there you go. Drake. Again, Joe, the Waffle House is a safe spot during any storm. Order chicken and waffles and ride the storm out. That's an REO Speedwagon song, right? The storm out.
Yeah, chicken and waffles was a big REO Speedwagon hit.
It was.
Dix is here tonight at the Ryman.
Who is?
Styx, the band Styx.
Is that right?
They're here at the Ryman tonight.
Okay. I want to get your opinion. We only got a couple of minutes left, but I want to get your opinion on Styx and Journey. You know, we're going to turn rock here in a minute, but let's get some more of these comments. Adam, how far into Yellowstone are you there? You know, I think about episode 10. Really, I've not made it through the first season yet. I'm just struggling, man. I'm trying to get my brain wrapped around the whole plot and the whole works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm kind of up to the. I think last week was the finale. I got all the way up to the finale. It's
okay. So how many seasons have they done so far?
I think 4, right?
4. Okay. So I'm still on season 1.
Adam can make sure we're on that, but I think it's 4.
Okay. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy says first episode of Yellowstone was hard to get into, but it does get better. Keep watching. Yeah, I am. I'm giving it some more. I mean, because like I said, I like Kevin Costner, and you know, I like a few of the other scenes that are in that.
Wendy, what did Wendy think of Tim McGraw being up on top of Faith Hill on that 1883 movie?
You have to let us know, Wendy. When Tim McGraw climbed Faith Hill,
yeah,
what's up?
Yeah, what was the view like? All right,
and he finally got up there. What did you think of that?
Well, not only that, but I haven't seen the scene where he gets off of Faith Hill yet. So I'm just.
Oh, so he's stuck on Faith Hill.
On Faith Hill, yeah, and I think he needs food and water because it's a long way up there. But I haven't seen it. I don't know if I want to. Anyway, what's up?
Wow. Well, I guess when you get up there, it's tough to climb off Faith Hill. So
a long way down when you're climbing.
Drake says getting hit with a cattle prod is a life changer, certainly electrifying. I thankfully I don't know.
Dude, it'll knock you over, won't it, Drake? It'll knock you over.
Dude, look at all these. We got so many good comments. Love Lincoln Lawyer. There you go. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, you got to check out that movie. All right, The Lincoln Lawyer.
I'll check it out right now.
Matthew McConaughey, great movie. Barry, Connie, Stuart Ellis is at the hospital, but now working. Glad to hear she's better though, Barry. That's awesome. Good morning to you too, Kay. Thanks for joining us. Stumpy comes back. Oh, that's right. Stumpy told me this yesterday. I got sweet potato fries now. Sweet tater fries. Good stuff.
They're tater fries. You can't say sweet potato.
No.
I mean, sweet tater fries. You gotta call them tater
fries. He's using those in place of the olives that he's out of on the Joe Denim pizza.
Don't put those on the pizza. That'll ruin it.
Diane, good morning to you too. Good morning, guys. Have a wonderful day and weekend. You too, sister. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate that greatly. Loving the show. Thanks, Melanie. Appreciate that. Appreciate you having jumping on us. Yellowstone is better than 1883.
I agree with that.
All right. We'll go with that. I haven't gotten there yet. Joe, yeah, Oreo is better than Styx and Journey. We could debate that. We could debate that one. I mean, I like Oreo. I actually had lunch with Kevin Cronin, once. So I like Oreo, and I like Styx, and I like Journey. But I got a question for you about them in just a second. Thanks, Adam. 4 seasons. You verified that. Good morning to you too, Jody. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And Wendy comes back with haven't seen it yet, so she doesn't know.
Yeah. Out for Tim McGraw on Faith Hill.
Once he gets off Faith Hill,
I wonder if he'll jump off or if he'll rappel off. Rappel down Faith Hill.
How is Tim McGraw going to get off Faith Hill?
That is the question of the morning.
That's the question.
How is Mr. Indian Outlaw going to get off?
And will he still be half Cherokee and Choctaw? That's what we need to know.
Will he be hanging on his TomTom? I didn't know he had a GPS. I thought he had actually like an iPhone, but apparently Tim's just got a TomTom that he needs when he's up on Faith Hill. So,
and his buffalo briefs. Let's not forget that.
I think they're called bison briefs.
Oh,
yeah,
politically correct.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he can use those when he gets off Faith Hill.
Will Bison Brief Man be beating on his TomTom atop Faith Hill
as he gets off Faith Hill? Tim's probably watching this going, Tim's in good shape, man. I don't know if I want to mess with that dude. He's in good shape.
Dude, I did TMA Fest a year or two ago, right before COVID, and man, he came walking in, and I chiseled would be the only word I could say for him. Chiseled.
Yeah, he's in incredible shape. He really hits it hard. Hey, man, here's a question before I let you go.
Do you know how he got in that incredible shape?
Tell me how.
It was all that activity and exercise of climbing up on Faith Hill. Okay. What was your question?
Yeah, but he hasn't gotten off yet, Faith Hill. So how does he? We don't know. He might even be more chiseled.
I bet he's more chiseled from all the TomTom beating.
Okay, here's my question, man. Because I'm a huge Journey fan. Journey's like one of my favorite bands of all time. I like Styx too. I like REO. Journey to me, I don't care who they have that has replaced Steve Perry. He may be an exact audio replica of Steve Perry. It's not the same without Steve Perry. Okay. And actually, a couple of the band members of Journey.
Yeah.
Okay, Styx, same thing. How can you think you're as good without Dennis DeYoung? How can anybody say Styx is as good without Dennis DeYoung? Even with Tommy Shaw and JY. How?
That was Styx calling, I think.
Oh, Tommy Shaw calling? He's got kind of a
Tommy
attitude anyway.
Shawshank Redemption. Anyway.
Tommy Shaw, Shank, Tom.
Yeah, he's in prison for trying to get on top of. Anyway, well, I think we beat that, Tom. I can't get away from it.
So what you're thinking is Journey and Styx is good without Steve Perry, without Dennis DeYoung?
No. Those bands that will always be those bands.
Right.
I think you got to have all the members,
Well, and they're good. I'm not taking away from them. We had Styx here in Fort Dodge. We had REO, who's still got Kevin Cronin, so that's the main thing. But we had Styx here in Fort Dodge for one of our celebration events, and they were fantastic. Don't get me wrong. And they stayed away from a lot of the Dennis DeYoung songs. Obviously, I think they legally have to because I think Dennis DeYoung has rights to all those. But they were great. They're a great band. Don't get me wrong. It just bothers me that the Styx flag is flying and neither Tommy Shaw or JY, James Young, are original members.
When if you think about it, Ronnie Wood isn't actually an original member of the Rolling Stones.
Right. Well, it's true.
But the voice and the sound and those, if you miss a drummer or a bass player, that's one thing, Sounds and the voices are just, I don't know, they're irreplaceable. And, Steve Perry, man, that was the thing. That was Journey. He was out there. That was the swagger, That was the thing, I thought. But it's like Bon Jovi without Richie Sambora. I don't really care to watch Bon Jovi anymore without Richie Sambora. Richie's the guy.
I agree with you there.
Smith got rid of Joey Kramer, who was the original drummer. It's like, I don't really care to watch Aerosmith without Joey Kramer.
Right. And I'm probably going to offend a lot of fans of Chicago, but I'm not a fan. Obviously, there's nothing you can do about Terry Kath. He passed away, sadly. But without Peter Cetera, to me, Chicago's not Chicago.
No, Peter Cetera. What was that huge? Every cool song from the 70s was Peter Cetera in the 80s.
And in the 80s, think about the songs like "Baby What a Big Surprise" and "Saturday in the Park," and so many great songs. I guess he didn't voice "Saturday in the Park," but "Baby What a Big Surprise" and so many others that Peter Cetera did. Without his voice, it's like,
I saw in the Opry, and then we'll go. But I saw on the Opry sign yesterday coming by, the Frontmen of Country is what they're calling themselves, and it's just the voices. It's completely opposite of what we're saying. It was Richie McDonald from Lone Star, Gary LaVox from Rascal Flatts, and I forget the third one. I think it was a guy from Diamond Rio, but no one ever knew his name anyway. I thought they should have called themselves Diamond Trio, because there's three of them.
Right. Do you know how they got their name? Real quick, do you know how they got their name?
No.
They didn't have a name for the band, and you've heard of Shenandoah, right? Marty Rabin.
I have his. Yes, I know Marty very well.
Yeah, Marty's a great guy. Marty was telling me that he wanted to name Shenandoah Diamond Rio. That's what he wanted for the name of the band when they first formed. And the record label and so forth were like, no. They came up with Shenandoah. So when Diamond Rio, the band, got together, the front man, I'm with you. I can't remember his name. Sorry about that. But he's friends with Marty Rabin of Shenandoah, and they're like, Marty, we're looking for a name. Marty said, call yourself Diamond Rio, because they're not going to let us use it, or they didn't let us use it. Boom, they called themselves Diamond Rio. And
there you have it. And that's a good thing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go see the Frontmen of Country. I'm a huge band guy. I like band members, and I know you do too. And it's like you replace those, and it's kind of like drinking cherry Coke. I like, just the normal Coke's fine.
Without the cherry. Right. Exactly. And I'm with you, man. You brought up, not having Richie Sambora and Bon Jovi. As big of a Journey fan as I am, if they still had Steve Perry, I still wouldn't like him as much if they didn't have Neil Sean. You know, they're band members that you want to see in the doggone band.
It's like Fleetwood Mac, you know,
without Fleetwood. You take Mick Fleetwood out.
Yeah. What's that little guy's name? I forget. The guitar player.
Oh, yeah, Lindsey Buckingham.
Lindsey Buckingham, complete nut job. But, man, he made that band, made those sounds.
Yeah, you know? Now he's gone.
I don't know. I
think Stevie Nicks had something to do with that, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah, she you know what she wrote Landslide about?
Their marriage?
No.
Getting off Faith Hill?
Landslide was actually created and written about Tom Beater getting off Faith Hill.
That's kind of what I thought, man. I knew it. She didn't come right out and say it, but I knew it.
Go back and listen to it, and it'll all make sense.
And so will the show 1883. So there you go.
Yeah, they're coming out with a new one called 1869. I'm really excited to see that deal. So
this is why I warn people we have no idea what we're going to talk about.
Wait, we're not still at Fort Frenzy Fest?
No, we're not. We're not there yet.
Right.
Denim Fest will be coming up August the 27th. Brother, right. We're going to let you go. I know you got a lot of stuff to do. As always, it's a pleasure. Have a great day, man. Love you and miss you. Can't wait to get you guys back up here again.
Stay warm, buddy. Love you.
Love you, buddy. See ya. I try to warn you every week, folks. I try to tell you, ahead of time. But so, yeah, that's why I say if you dare join us on the video stream, that's up to you. If you have the stuff before. Anyway, let's roll into the 9 o'clock time, shall we? Let's get some stuff going here. Oh, my goodness. The morning train rolls on only on K97. Yes, yes.